welcome back to Pima Voices. My name is Savannah and I'll be your host. Today I'm sitting down with Dr. Karla Lombana, who is the academic director of the Veterinary Technology program at Pima Community College, and today we're going to be exploring all things vet tech. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm so good. Thank you so much for coming in and sitting down with me today.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited.
Well, I'm just as excited. So let's get everyone else excited. And why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself and what is the academic director's role at the college within the vet tech program?
Sure. So my name is Dr. Karla. That's what everybody calls me because no one can really say my last name. So well done, Savannah.
Thank you.
Excellent job. So I am the only veterinarian as part of the college. So my role as director is huge. Everything from, registration to scheduling to obviously curriculum, teaching, hands-on instruction with the students. So I wear a lot of different hats, but I'm happy to wear them because I love teaching. I love my students, and I love what this college is able to do for the community and for the greater community of, veterinary medicine within Southern Arizona, especially.
I was gonna say, I hear some things about you, and everyone says such great things about you. I see you on LinkedIn,
Excellent.
and you're always sharing Pima stuff. And I'm like, yeah, she's definitely a Pima cheerleader. So you're doing a great job.
Thanks, for sure. Especially when I go into the middle schools and high schools. I love, because realistically, right? My audience in middle school or high school is probably just a couple students, but I try to really just promote the college because it is really, really important. And this community college does such a great job for all of our students and learners within the community. So,
well, I think that is a very true statement. I remember when I was little, I was like, oh, I want to be a veterinarian. And then I realized there was so much to it. So I applaud you for doing your schooling and doing all that. Because I was like, it's a lot.
It's a lot of learning. Yeah. I went to school for almost a decade so that I can put my arm up horses' butts. You got to be realistic about it.
But you know what? You got the doctor in the front. It
I
sounds
do.
good.
I am a doctor. Yes, it's true. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So what is happening at the vet tech program exactly? So I've been it's on East Campus, correct? Mm-hmm. So I've been there once or twice, but I feel like I don't know a lot about it. And I feel like maybe a lot of people don't know it exists, but I hear there's some really good things happening and there's some new things happening. And so why don't you share us a little bit about what's going on within that program and what students can expect if they are interested in the vet tech program?
Awesome. So yeah, we'll start kind of with interested students, right? So just like you mentioned, right, you wanted to be a veterinarian. I think a lot of, especially younger kids, go through that phase. I'm going to thank Sesame Street for that because as I watch Sesame Street now with my children, I realize approximately a third of the episodes have a veterinarian present. Anyway, but, as a learner's hey, I think I want to do veterinary medicine and I think I want to explore my options at Pima. What they would do is they would reach out to me or to some of our academic advisors, and we would get them set up to be part of our new certificate, which launches officially this fall of 2025. I know, I'm so excited. It's been 2 years in the working. I'm really, really excited about it. And what the certificate does is it is going to give people who have maybe limited experience or exposure in a vet clinic, or people who want to go into veterinary medicine, but they're not entirely sure what they want to do. Let's be real. Not everybody wants to be the nurse or the doctor, right? Blood and guts isn't for everyone, right? But they want to work within the veterinary sphere, being a customer service representative or a hospital manager or a communications liaison, et cetera. There are so many different roles. And this certificate is meant to help capture all of those different essences of ways that you can be involved within the veterinary community if you don't necessarily just want to be a technician. That being said, if you know that you want to be a technician or a nurse, you would complete that certificate. It stacks into our existing associate's degree. And so you would complete that certificate and then apply to our associate's degree program. And if students have questions or if anybody has questions, the best thing to do is email me or email our academic advisors, and we can get you set up on the right pathway.
That's really cool. So if you're doing that certificate and you let's say you wanted to continue the associates, but maybe you're I don't think I want to do that anymore. You still have the certificate to find another job within the industry.
Well, and what we find all the time, or at least what I was hearing from our community partners, right, was that a lot of these hospital directors were just like, I kind of did a tech program because that was the only educational pathway for me. But full stop, like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be the one placing catheters or running anesthesia or scaling teeth. Hard pass. I want to look at the numbers and the data. I want to communicate with clients. I want to be that front-facing role. And the certificate is meant to be able to help facilitate that, but also as a way for our clinical partners who have a hard time retaining or training their customer service reps, the people who are answering the phone and responding back to the text right away, giving them an opportunity to be able to empower those people, but also hopefully be able to have a better hiring pool as well.
Yeah, this is going to be great. I can see why you're so excited.
I know. And it's so cool because you can complete the certificate entirely online if you want.
Oh, really?
It encompasses a brand new course, our veterinary customer service course. So that's really exciting too, and much needed. And because it's entirely online, we have the potential to help people outside of like just Pima County, right? So a lot of other areas of Arizona or even nationwide if people find it compelling. And there's not a lot that's similar to this certificate.
I was going to say, I haven't really seen anything like that before. Little glitch, but we'll keep going.
That's all right. Glitch out.
And so what would you say to a student who's like interested in wanting to explore what the vet tech program has to offer, whether it's that certificate or the associate's degree? Because like I said, like, yeah, it sounded fun when I was like a kid and stuff and everything, but there's obviously a lot more to it than just like being with animals all day. So what would you say to someone who's like slightly interested in it but doesn't quite know if that's exactly what they would want to do?
I would say start with some of our intro courses. So our intro to vet tech course is exactly that. It's an introduction to what it is to be a vet tech, and that is online as well. So it's easy and accessible. I don't want to say it's easy. It's not an easy class. None of our classes are easy. However, it's a great way to kind of get your feet wet and kind of figure that out. Also reach out because there are a lot of different opportunities to get involved, either with volunteer opportunities at local shelters or even starting to work as a kennel technician in a clinic if you feel like this is your passion and where you want to go. But for those learners that aren't really sure, maybe they like animals and it's something to explore, this is a great option for them to kind of get their feet wet and earn a certificate along the way.
And now you mentioned places to volunteer. Can they like volunteer? Are there also like internships? Like, what community partners does the vet tech program work with to get some more of that hands-on experience in the work field?
Yeah, sure. So first off, learners coming to and applying for the program, it's ideal if they have some sort of outreach or volunteer or clinical experience. That can be anything from, volunteering at the Humane Society or PAC or Hermitage or some of the other shelters and organizations within Tucson to actually working in a clinic as an assistant or as a kennel tech, et cetera. But beyond that, our program does have two, once they get into the associate's degree, has two clinical experience courses where they're required to go into a clinic and do a certain number of hours. And then we have a lot of community partners we're really, really fortunate to work with. The main relationship that we have is with the Humane Society of Southern Arizona. So our students will actually complete a lot of their initial handling, venipuncture, behavior restraint, things like that, actually at the Humane Society there at the shelter with the shelter animals. And as you can imagine, that is a real win-win for everyone, right? Like our students get more robust experience versus just having, bringing their personal pets to campus or other alternatives, because they're seeing different dogs and cats every day, right? Animals
different
are moving
personalities, all that stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. Animals as they move in and out of the shelter are different. So they get that different experience and exposure. So rather than getting used to the same dogs or cats that they see every week. And then it's also a huge win for the Humane Society because those animals get even more exposure, right? Like we have 16 students coming in and working with the animals. So it's better for them, for their socialization, but it also helps get them adopted faster. More eyes on them.
I love
more
that.
Eyes on them.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, can we just adopt all the animals, please?
Yeah. I would love to say yes to that, Savannah.
Me too. If only I had the space.
Yeah.
So what would you say is like your favorite thing? I'm sure it's hard to pick.
Yeah.
But like, what is like one or two of your favorite things about the program itself? And you like being in a role, I'm sure you see so many different aspects, like between students, between learning and everything else. Like, what do you think is like your favorite thing? If you could pick one or two.
Gosh. I think I would have a different answer to this question every time. Like if you asked me at a different time, I'd probably say something different. One of my favorite things, I think, is the personal relationships that we as mentors and faculty get to develop with our cohort students. We get to learn so much about them as individuals. And I really like the ability to almost matchmake a little bit. It sounds really weird. I'm not setting my students up. But like with clinics, right? Like sometimes I'm just like, you know what? This student's going to do really, really well in this type of a clinic and they're hiring, or vice versa. It's usually the other way around. A clinic will be like, hey, I need somebody like yesterday. Who do you have? And I like being able to facilitate that. So this recent graduating class, a couple examples, I had one student who was working in a clinic. She's very, very smart, highly motivated, but she just wasn't as happy at the clinic where she was. Her skills weren't being quite as utilized, and it just wasn't going to be a good long-term fit for her. So we talked and I was like, well, what do you like? What's been your favorite thing? And she's like, shelter. And I'm like, well, let me see. So she just started her full-time position at the Humane Society and she is thriving. And I'm going to go there as soon as we're done recording this podcast to check in, because I'm always there too. And it's so rewarding to see like my alumni in the industry, in practices where they're thriving, and know that I've been able to play a role in facilitating that for them.
That's amazing. You're like, the whole vet techs program's like match day sort of situation.
I mean,
you know?
kind of.
Come on.
That's kind of weird. But yeah, I totally like.
I mean, like they have that within the health industry. Like they have their whole match day sort of thing. So you have like, you created like your own little match day.
I guess
the vet
kind
tech
of
program.
unofficially I did that. It's just sort of like, hey, I know that so-and-so's looking and I think this person's going to be a good fit, and making those recommendations. And then when they work out, it's just really beautiful. So
yeah, that's awesome. And I mean, you always want to see your students thrive and succeed and do well after Pima. So the fact that you can do that, and then you can like see them in the places afterwards and see them like really kind of like put their skills to the test and really kind of just take off is super awesome.
Yeah. And I mean, the other is obviously like the aha moments when students are just like, I don't think I can intubate this cat. I'm like, you're going to do it. That's just what's going to happen. And then they do, and they're like, I did it. I'm like, yeah, you in fact know how to do this. You just have to believe in yourself.
Yes.
So that's always fun.
And
then anything that's gross stuff is so fun.
What's the like grossest thing you think?
What is appropriate for this podcast, Savannah?
You tell me.
I mean, the other directors and leaders of my division know what I normally bring up in division meetings, but I mean, everything from piglet castrations.
Oh gosh.
Oh, so great. So fun to, I mean, obviously I like to castrate things. Equine castration, spay-neuter surgeries, all the fecal floats and smears that we do. I mean, everybody loves looking at poop. Right?
Oh my gosh, they make you do that stuff in high school too. Crazy. This is talking about science long ago, but yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah, the grosser the better.
I feel like I just need to like come down and like see what's going on down there.
Depending on the day, I mean, definitely put some Vicks under your nose, because if it's some of those big fecal days, it gets pretty rank in our classrooms.
See, maybe I'll skip one of those days, but I don't know.
They're fun. Yeah. Come in for surgery day. Yeah.
Oh, that would be interesting. You got a lot going on over there.
Oh, yeah. We do everything, and we do multiple species. I mean, so the students will go from like working on a horse to then working on a dog, or handling a chicken and then seeing a cat, right? So it's
that's
cool
got to be
them.
important too, right? Yeah. All the different kinds of animals.
Yeah.
What do you think is like the hardest animal to work with or like learn about or?
I think everybody has a different opinion on what the hardest one is. I grew up as like a horse girl, right? So like a lot of our students are generally somewhat intimidated by horses until they realize that they're just big, but otherwise generally okay. I don't like birds. I like chickens. I have chickens. I love my chickens, but like birds and parrots.
No.
They're like feathered little dinosaurs and they're mean. They squawk at you.
I had
and
little
bite
birds growing up.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, and you like look at them funny and they like die because they're so. Yeah, it's not my favorite thing. Snakes also not my favorite thing.
Oh, I forget about snakes.
A lot of our students love the exotics, and bless them for that.
You're like, no, you can handle it. I'm good.
100%.
Yeah.
I'm like, we have very talented faculty that will handle those creatures.
You're like, I'll be over here with the horse.
Yeah. I'll be like, cows, no problem. You want me to touch a cockatiel? No. It's a strong snake. Absolutely not.
Yeah, I don't think I could do a snake.
Yeah, I don't like snakes.
Me neither. I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, I've had to in my life as a veterinarian and technician, there's been like maybe 3 or 4 times that I've had to work on one as like a patient, and I'm like,
really putting you to the test.
I don't like it. I'm like, anyone else can do this. Is there anyone else available?
Everyone calls out sick that day. Yeah, she's got it.
Well, I like snakes.
Oh, goodness. Well, I definitely have to come down one day and check it out. And we'll have to definitely highlight some more of it because there's so much stuff happening within this program. And like I said, I don't think a lot of people realize like Pima kind of has this program. And then your new certificate is super exciting. So congratulations on all of that. And before we end our session, was there anything else that you wanted to share with the audience today or talk about before we kind of put a close on today's conversation?
I mean, I think it's just really important for everybody to recognize how important their pets are and to make sure that you prioritize your pet's well-being and health just like you would your kid or your family member, right? I mean, if we think about it statistically speaking, like something ridiculous now, like 88% of people consider pets to be members of their family. Yeah. So making sure that you prioritize their health in a similar way as you would your own or your kids is really important. And that veterinary professionals are here to help. We are not here just to make a quick buck. And unfortunately, I think in this day and age that there ends up being so much negativity on social media about that veterinarians are just in the pockets of big kibble and we should just do everything we can to limit what we're doing for our pets and try and avoid, or the vets are just expensive. It's really important to remember that that ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Preventative wellness is really important, and to support your veterinary clinics, especially privately owned veterinary clinics, since there's so many that are corporate and stuff too.
Yeah. Well, I hope everyone realizes that the students in your program are very passionate about what they do, right?
Yes.
And they're probably in that field because they have such a passion for animals in general. And that, it's super important to make sure that your pet is healthy, no matter if it's a snake or a horse.
Yes.
But yeah, I consider,
also snakes.
Yeah, I consider my pets part of my family, and make sure, if they're not feeling well, they go to the vet and all that stuff. And so, yeah, I think that's super important to reiterate that statement, because if we want to make sure we're healthy and our family members are healthy, we want to make sure that our pets are just as healthy, and that anyone within the veterinary field is there to help and provide that support and make sure that your pets are healthy. So,
yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming in. I am super excited to come back to East Campus, and I'm just gonna hang out in the vet tech area
because we're so cool.
Yeah, I'm like really excited about it. Like I said, I've only peeked in on a tour of like the whole campus when we bring like donors and other people around, like people who want to learn more about the college. But we never hang out long enough, I feel like, in the vet tech room. So
yeah, come hang out. We're cool. We're awesome.
I'm gonna spend a whole work day there. I'm like, you guys, it's research.
Yeah, 100%. Now come visit. It'd be great.
Well, thank you so much for coming in today. This conversation was great. I learned a lot. I'm really excited for what's to come within your program. I'm really excited to see the certificate really take off. I think that's awesome. And like you said, it's not really something that's kind of within the city. And so that's going to be a great opportunity for students. And I'm definitely going to come by to East Campus. You'll see me soon.
That sounds good. Thanks, Savannah.
Thank you. And thank you everyone for tuning in to today's episode, and I will see you next time. Thank you.